Not all dogs are just pets. Some are living luxuries with price tags that only the wealthy can handle. From ancient hunters to royal companions, some dog breeds cost more than cars. These aren't just furry friends, they're status symbols. Let's explore the 10 most expensive dogs in the world. 10. Afghan Hound. So alright, here's where things get a little wild. The Afghan Hound. Honestly, this dog looks like it moonlights at Paris Fashion Week and probably has a better skincare routine than most people I know. But plot twist, its roots are in the gritty mountains of Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India. Picture ancient hunters clutching this glamorous pooch's leash while chasing down gazelles and deer. And yeah, apparently even leopards if you believe the old tales. Not exactly your typical fetch in the park scenario. First thing you'll notice, that hair. We're talking long, luscious locks that'd make Rapunzel jealous. It's so shiny you'd swear the dog's got its own stylist. But here's the rub. Skip a day of brushing, and that glorious mane turns into a disaster zone. The Afghan won't exactly thank you for slacking off either. Don't expect gratitude, just a side eye. But don't get fooled by that supermodel attitude. Afghan Hounds are kind of like the cool loner in high school. Aloof, mysterious, and not desperate for your attention. You live with one. It's more like sharing space with an elegant, opinionated roommate who decides if you're worthy of their affection today. Oh, and the price tag? Get ready to fork over around $7,000 just for the puppy. And that's before you even start worrying about vet bills for things like cataracts or thyroid drama. Basically, getting an Afghan Hound is less buying a dog and more signing up for a whole new lifestyle. Welcome to the club, Fancy Pants. 9. Pharaoh Hound. Okay, so here's where things get wild. Number 9, the Pharaoh Hound. The first time I saw one, I honestly thought it just teleported out of some ancient Egyptian fresco. Long legs, that gold tan fur, and the kind of posture that says, "Bow before me, peasant." Total royal vibes, right? Plot twist. It's not even Egyptian. Nope. Turns out DNA tests totally snitched. These pups actually come from Malta. Malta! Not even close to the Nile, my friend. I'm still not over it. Back in the day, people bred these dogs to hunt rabbits. And let me tell you, they're basically the James Bond of rabbit chasers. Insane eyesight, killer nose, ears that catch every sound. They're born for the thrill, but then off duty, they turn into total goofballs. All that regal energy goes straight out the window, and suddenly you've got a four-legged comedian on your hands. Oh, and the best bit? When these dogs get hyped up, their noses and ears legitimately blush. Like pink, not kidding. Their whole face just glows. The first time I saw it, I nearly dropped my coffee. How do you even compete with that? Here's the catch though. Owning a Pharaoh Hound is not for the faint of wallet. We're talking $7,500 just to snag a puppy, and that's before you start shelling out for all the exercise and training. They've got energy for days. Bottom line, this isn't your average lapdog, it's a full-on adventure. 8. Dogo Argentino. Now here's a dog that doesn't mess around, the Dogo Argentino. Back in 1928, Dr. Antonio Martinez in Argentina set out to create the ultimate hunting companion. His goal, a dog strong enough to take down wild boar and even mountain lions. And he did it. This breed is a powerhouse, muscular, fearless, and often called a four-legged tank. Just watching one move, you can feel the strength packed into its frame. But here's the flip side. Without proper training, that power becomes dangerous. In fact, some countries have banned the breed altogether because of its reputation for aggression when not handled correctly. For those who know what they're doing though, the Dogo Argentino is a loyal protector, a guardian that won't hesitate to put itself on the line. The price? Around $8,000 for a puppy, but owners also have to watch for health issues like deafness and even sunburns thanks to their short white coats. 7. Canadian Eskimo Dog. And now we go from Argentina's heat to the Arctic cold. The Canadian Eskimo Dog. This isn't just a breed, it's a living piece of history. More than 1,000 years old, it was bred by the Inuit to survive in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. Picture this, pulling sleds across endless ice, hunting seals, and keeping people alive in freezing temperatures. That's the level of toughness built into this dog, but here's the heartbreaking truth. Today, there are fewer than 300 purebred Canadian Eskimo dogs left. It's one of the rarest breeds on the planet. And because of their territorial pack-driven instincts, they're not exactly family-friendly. These dogs demand an experienced owner who understands their nature. Price-wise, you're looking at up to $8,700, but honestly, the bigger challenge isn't the money, it's the maintenance. Owning one is like taking on a full-time job in survival training. 6. Rottweiler. Now here's a name everyone knows, the Rottweiler. Originally bred in Germany as butcher's dogs, their job was to herd livestock and guard money pouches tied around their owners' necks. That protective instinct never went away. Rottweilers are fiercely loyal and incredibly protective, and they'll put themselves between you and danger without a second thought. But there's a catch. Health issues, hip dysplasia, heart problems, joint issues. They've got a list of concerns that make vet visits a regular part of life. On paper, the average Rottweiler puppy might only cost $1,500, but if you're going after elite bloodlines, you'll easily spend between $5,000 and $9,000, and that's before factoring in insurance, medical bills, and specialized care. Add it all up, and the lifetime cost shoots way past $9,000. And perhaps the saddest part, their lifespan is short, just 8 to 10 years on average. For a dog that gives everything to its family, that never feels like enough time. For little lion dog, Löwchen. Now here's a dog with a story straight out of European nobility, the Löwchen, also called the little lion dog. Back in the 16th century, this fluffy companion was adored in royal courts. And the name? It comes from the traditional haircut, shaved back half, full mane in the front, so it literally looks like a tiny lion strutting across the room. But the breed almost vanished completely. By the time World War II ended, the Löwchen was on the brink of extinction. A few dedicated breeders saved it, and that's the only reason it exists today. That rarity alone makes it one of the hardest dogs to find anywhere. Personality-wise though, it's the total opposite of its lion look. Löwchens are affectionate, playful, and amazing with kids and other pets. It's a family dog wrapped in noble history. Prices run anywhere between $6,000 and $12,000, and honestly, most of that comes down to how scarce they really are. 3. Samoyed. Okay, let's be real. The Samoyed is basically a living cloud with a permanent grin. You look at one and just know it's plotting something hilarious. These fluffballs come straight out of Siberia, where they weren't just pulling sleds for fun. They literally helped people survive those gnarly, freeze-your-face-off winters. Imagine cuddling up to a dog because, well, it's either that or you turn into a popsicle. That white coat? Gorgeous. Also, a nightmare if you hate vacuuming. Seriously, during shedding season, you'll find fur in places you didn't know existed, but you put up with it because Samoyeds are charmers, sweet, goofy, and always up for shenanigans. Just don't forget, their health can be a bit of a gamble, kidneys and hips mostly, so you'll be chatting with your vet a lot. Oh, and they're pricey, anywhere from 3 to 14 grand before you even buy a single lint roller. Is it worth it? If you ask me, absolutely. They're walking antidepressants. 2. Tibetan Mastiff. Picture a dog that looks like it could take down a bear and you've got the Tibetan Mastiff. These guys are straight up legendary, like guard your mountain village from wolves and yetis, legendary. They're massive. We're talking over 150 pounds of pure don't mess with me. That man, lion vibes, 100%. And apparently being this epic comes with a price. Literally, one of these beasts sold for almost $2 million in China. No joke. For us mortals, they usually go for 3 to 10 grand, but the real kicker is the upkeep. They're stubborn, independent, and honestly, if you don't have a huge yard, forget it. But if you somehow convince one of these giants that you're worthy, congrats, you just scored yourself the world's most intimidating bodyguard. 1. Wolf Dog. Alright, top spot goes to the wolf dog. This isn't just a quirky breed, it's the ultimate my pet could eat your pet flex. Imagine a creature that's part wolf, part dog, and all attitude. These hybrids have been around since the 1700s, and there's always this wild glint in their eyes, like they're sizing you up for dinner, or possibly just judging your life choices. Wolf dogs aren't for wannabe dog owners. They're rare, kind of mysterious, and honestly, a little unpredictable. You don't exactly see them fetching tennis balls at the park, more like starring in their own National Geographic special. And if you think they're cheap, nope. One famous wolf dog went for $5.7 million. Yes, really. At that price, you're not just getting a pet, you're basically buying a legend. If you want to own the wild, this is where you look. Just maybe don't expect them to roll over for belly rubs. These dogs aren't just pets. They're living symbols of history, power, and wealth. From wolf hybrids to royal companions, each carries a story and a price few can afford. Which one would you choose if money weren't an issue? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories.